This next thing is very important that I'm going to talk about when it comes to you paying attention to when you go on a first date with a chick is she willing to have sex with you on, that first night, right? Is she willing to do this? Now, this is the thing, and this is what I want to make clear. If you are trying to have sex with a woman, let's say you just want to hook up with a woman, right? If your sole purpose to deal with the girl is to hook up with her and that's pretty much it, and that's all you want to do, let's say you just want to hook up with her and never call her again or whatever, don't go on a date. You understand what I'm saying? Don't go on any dates. You understand what I'm saying? All you need to do is set up a time for her to like come to your crib, or you ought to go to a hotel and just smash. You understand? Because a lot of guys, this is what you gotta understand. When you're going on a date, the date is really to feel the girl out, because sometimes you're gonna go on a date with a chick and you're not going to smash. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna go on that first date and sex is not gonna happen. So the point of the date is to go on the date to feel her out, not necessarily to smash. If smashing happens, that's cool, but it's not to smash. But this is the reason. This is the deeper reason why that I say, to go on the dates, in certain situations. Now, again, if you just want to smash, let's say you meet a girl on Tinder, fucking get her number, FaceTime her ass, maybe talk to her for like, 15, 20 minutes and try to get her to your crib so you can do what you got to do if that's what you want to do, right? But when you're going on the date, right, what it does is because this is what's going to happen sometimes. Because see, when you just, for example, when you just tell a girl to come to your crib and smash, what you're saying to her, and this is what's happening subconsciously, is that what you're saying to her is all you require from her is sex. You understand what I'm saying? So now let's say this girl comes to your house, you hit her up on Tinder, you have FaceTime, you say, yo, come to the crib. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm just saying that this is what it does. She comes to the crib and y'all talk a little bit, then y'all end up smashing, right? But let's say you start to, you say, damn, I kind of like this chick. You understand? She's cool. You know what I'm saying? She got this kind of cool vibe to her. She's sexy, whatever, right? But now what happened is that you started off the interaction just requiring sex from her, right? So now usually what'll happen is that she, even though she's cool and you like her, she may interact with you as a guy who she just is looking at as a hookup. You understand? Which means that most likely in certain situations, she may never call you again because she just hooked up with you and that was it. And she was like, well, I just wanted to get some dick and whatever. Or because she hooked up with you that quick, she may be embarrassed about the fact she hooked up with you that quick, and then she may never want to call you again because of that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that there's a chance that you may actually like the girl, and because you just set it up to where y'all are hooking up, or y'all just hooked up, that's all that you're saying you require of her, and so that's the end all be all. So a lot of times when chicks will do this, they're doing it for that purpose, and that's it. You feel what I'm saying? And so if you like her, it's going to sometimes, and not all the time, but sometimes it's harder to get her back in that state to make shit happen with her. Now, the reason why I say what's good about the date is that, and when I'm talking about is she willing to fuck you the first night, is that when you invite her, let's say again, for example, we're talking about, y'all go to get drinks. What you're doing is while you're interacting with her and all the stuff we're talking about on this list is that you're vetting her. You're asking her questions. Right. You're talking about this. You're getting in her head. You're basically, evaluating her. And she can feel this. She can see this if you're doing this correctly. Right. And so what happens is, and at the same time, you're still flirting with her. You're still building sexual tension. So what you're doing is you're doing two things simultaneously. You're flirting and building sexual tension to let her know, hey, this is a sexual interaction that can happen. But you're also saying by even being out on the date with her is that I may require more from you than just sex. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that if in the event that you do want something more from her than just that, then you've already set up that dynamic just even by going on the first date. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that even if she ends up sleeping with you that first night, having sex with you that first night because you've been building a sexual tension, and now she's like all riled up and she wants to do it, and y'all do it. A lot of times what'll happen is that it comes off as, well, we didn't just have sex, we got to know each other, then we had sex. You see what I'm saying? And so it's just a whole different dynamic, or just on a psychological level, when it comes to you being able to use a chick, and I say use in the most positive way, for other things. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
right,
what I mean.
Right.
Because you might be dealing with a chick and be like, yo, this chick, she's kind of on point, but she's willing to have sex with you on the first night because you built the sexual tension up so high. And also what happens is because there was never really a guarantee, and you say you got to look at it. There was never really a guarantee that you were going to give her dick. You understand? Because see, guys always look at it this way. Guys always look at it like, oh, we're going on a date or we're dating and I'm hanging out with her and I hope she fucks me or wants to have sex with me. And that's the vibe certain guys give off. So now the woman, she feels like she has this power over you. Like, oh, well, let me see if this guy impresses me and gives me everything I want on the date and buys me appetizers and all this other shit. And then maybe I'll give him some ass. But no, you want to flip that to where it's like, look, I'm telling you, come meet me here while we're interacting with each other. I'm fucking making sure you realize that I'm evaluating you. I'm testing you. I'm filling you out. And then I will decide whether or not I'm going to give you dick. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the frame you want to have it. Because look, the other day I remember I went on this date a while ago where I'm talking to this chick or whatever, and she's like, oh, I hope you don't expect that we're just gonna have sex or whatever, or I'm gonna have sex with you. And I said, listen, I was like, I hope you didn't expect that, because I'm like, I got to make sure that you're not crazy and that you're up to my standard. That's what I told her. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to do any of that type of shit. So then she writes LOL. She's like, okay, or whatever. So then when she gets to the date, of course, I'm talking to her. I'm fucking interacting with her, whatever. And this is a kind of a little test you could do for chicks, is that when you're talking to a girl, and you ask her a question, like, let's say, for example, you say, oh, what type of movies you like? And she's like, oh, I like romantic comedies. And then you be like, oh, them things is corny. Like, I actually like more of like, like sci-fi movies. And then she'll be like, oh yeah, well, I like sci-fi too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's trying to appease you. You notice that based off of your kind of like saying what you saying is okay, but I like this, and seeing if she's trying to like what you like. You feel what I'm saying? So that's already showing that you're qualifying her and evaluating her is working. So now it goes from you trying to get her to give you pussy to her trying to get your dick. Because soon as she starts to do that, that's her trying to get your dick. You feel what I'm saying? And so this is what I'm saying, where you're saying to her, look, yeah, we could fuck, but I'm also requiring more from you, just in case I'm going to use you for more. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is you get the best of both worlds a lot of times, versus sometimes if you just like try to get a girl straight for sex. And again, ain't nothing wrong with that, because sometimes you may see a girl be like, yeah, she's cute. I may just want to smash tonight, and it is what it is. But what I'm saying is that it's harder to get, if you end up liking that girl that just comes straight to your house, a lot of times it'll be harder, unless your game's super tight. A lot of times it's going to be harder to get that girl to keep wanting to fuck with you, usually, than if you were to start out with, hey, meet me here, let's hang out, and then I fucking transition it into sex and all of that. And then she almost looks at that like she earned the dick. You feel what I'm saying? And you see what I mean? So it's just a different dynamic, because dudes be like, oh, well, because they're so caught up on sex, they're looking at it as, oh, I just want to get the pussy. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. But also a lot of times when you become a guy who getting pussy is not that difficult for you, it's not really that big of a deal. So you're just like, whatever. You understand? You're not fiending to just get sex. You're looking at, okay, let me evaluate this chick. And again, like I said, is she the type of chick who's going to benefit me positively in dealing with her. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're still vetting for that. And you're also creating a situation where if you would need to put her on the team to use her for other things, you're seeing if she is the type of chick who is worth that. And you're letting her know that subconsciously by saying, hey, I'm putting you in this situation to evaluate you to see if you are that type of girl. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing. You see what I mean? So it's very important to understand it. And it's like, if she's willing to have sex with you that first night, what it is a lot of times it's saying that she actually wants your dick. Because remember, you didn't tell her to come out to fuck you. You told her to come in on a date. You feel what I'm saying? But now she want to fuck you. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It's like getting her to even to that next level to where she feels like she's earned the dick. And then also what happens is she feels like she's earned your time and attention, which will make her want to fuck with you more in a lot of cases. You see what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit. And of course you're going to have some times where you're going to have certain chicks where they feel a certain type of way because they had sex with you on the first night or whatever. But, you know, more often than not, those are the type of women where you'll be able to keep shit going with them if you want to use them for some other shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what it is, man. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Now, the next thing you want to look out for is she being